What's going on YouTube? Earth Power here, and I'm bringing you guys a deck profile. So you guys saw the narrated match yesterday of myself versus Phil, and this is the deck I was running in that. I'll have a matchup tomorrow with it in the finals versus CVH. So let's get right into the profile.
It's all planned out. Let's go.
Yeah. So,
alright, here, wait, let me just show them the overview real quick. Pause the video right there for the deck list.
There you go. Yep, it's a fire, water, aggro kind of, I guess this would be more of a mid-rangey kind of deck.
I would agree with that.
So, the whole idea of the deck is to use the water in the very beginning, get out your early neurons, your seneschals, use your salkos to just kind of set up and draw and keep your hand live, and then finish the game with the major dragon base. So, as far as we got the sprites, the traders, the seneschals, your basic Cyberlord lineup to go into Neuron.
Explain Hydro Spy.
2 Hydro Spies. I was looking for a turn 4 play that wasn't kill or bounce, in case I got to turn 4 and there was nothing to kill or bounce. I just wanted something solid to be able to put on the board on turn 4 and get some advantage out of, and Paul Clark answered that, aka Hydro
I got to thinking when I saw you playing that maybe Hovercraft would be a...
Yeah, when you mentioned Hovercraft, I was like, yeah, that would be pretty good. I would have liked that. Almost all day, Hydro Spy would go down in mana for Logo Scan, because obviously Logos is a lot better than the Hydro Spy a lot of the time. So I only once all day went into turn 7 Hydro Spy to Neuron. So
for those people who might try this out, would you recommend something like Hovercraft or something?
I would recommend Hovercraft. At one point I was at like turn 5 and I played a Hydro Spy and you were like, yeah, this would have been better as a reprint Skull Urgle, and I was just like, yeah, you're right.
I was just bad-mouthing Hydro Spy all day.
Yeah. I liked it on turn 4 when it happened, but very rarely did it really net me anything. So.
Yeah.
And then you got your neurons to just abuse all your Cyberlords.
And tell them what we were talking about with Neuron, like just how it basically makes the deck like.
Yeah, it makes the deck because you want that early aggression. You want to break those like 2 or 3 shields in the very beginning, so that your dragons can just clean up shop at the end of it. And we realized like the basis of the water deck, like you can really combine it. You combine it with darkness, and you get Blurple. Combine it with nature, you got Sabertooth to abuse off of your early aggression. You've got
Flame Spikes, yeah.
You get Flame Spikes, and then even now, combining it with fire, you've got the dragons to abuse it with. Combine it with light, and you've got Cobalt and Halons to abuse it with. So
basically, the idea is Cyberlord engine is really good.
This engine is ridiculous. And then, of course, you got the 3 Versalkos to follow up your neurons and your Shinish.
Wow.
And then 3 Logo Scans for drawing the 2 Veils. It gave me an extra Shield Blast to hit anything, because this deck cannot deal with big threats at all, as I've realized, and you'll see in the match tomorrow with a specific blocker that is gigantic. So this guy makes up for that and helps me bounce stuff, and it's a good blast to have to stop finishers before they swing in. The fire section. 3 Heliflame. It's, again, your pure aggression here, so I just want to keep the most options available. Double Hela at turn 8 is really nice, and then just Hela to pick at some shields once you've got Neuron rolling is also very nice. And then you've got your Dragon lineup. The 3 Hyperspeeds, which I've been dying to play since Evo came out. I just haven't found a reason or found a good way to use them because they just get trampled over every other Evo. But Hyperspeed, it fuels the Chain Lash, which is really nice after a Hyperspeed. Kill something untapped.
How often do you get Hyperspeed's effect off? Because like through our entire match, it was pretty much just a vanilla.
Yeah, it was pretty useless in our match, as you'll see tomorrow. But all day, like, I wound up Hyperspeeding into Unchained. I Hyperspeed into Chain Lash against Theo. And Tatsurion was just really nice. At one point against Phil, like, I just had the Tatsurion in hand. He didn't have any board, and I was just like, oh, just drop Tatsurion, double break. And Phil's like, wait, no, he can't break. I was like, Hyperspeed.
People need to read.
Yep, so it was really nice. This guy was like MVP. I think I would wind up taking out the Chain Lash for a second one of these.
It's a cool ass card.
He gives me answers to everything this deck can't deal with. That plus 2,000 power lets me bump with Twin Cannons, or not bump with Twin Cannons, bump with Bolt Tails, bump with Sabertooths. Like, it just, yeah, that 2,000 power was so beneficial all day. It wound up letting me, I dropped Twin Cannon when there was a tap Neuron, and Hyperspeed was able to revenge the Neuron. It was lovely. So
lovely.
It was great, because I thought I was just going to have to ram my Hyperspeed into a Neuron, and then there's Twin Cannon, I'm like, yay. So, this guy was MVP all day.
It's a term you don't really hear about, you know, high-powered creature battles. It's lovely. It's an interesting term.
Yeah. So, love Twin Cannon. He was doing great all day. And then Tatsurion, just so good against Medusas and Neurons and stuff like that. He always pays off. And then the 2 Unchains, of course, because they kill things and can, off Hyperspeed, come in. I killed Theo's Gloom Hollow, and then he had a Chasm on field. And I swung in and he couldn't block. And It's just like, no, let's test around. We've just done major amounts of work. So, well done, Jay. You just run them all.
And the spells.
And then, of course, the spells, the 2 Heat Seekers to deal with early stuff like Seneschals, Giga Stands, Razor Hides. I think if I would make a change, like to go back and make, I guess, changes for today, one of the major ones was going to 3 Barrage.
That was a close one.
Yeah. The Tornado Flames, they paid off every now and then, but I really wanted to see more Barrage, especially against Phil and his Mono Dark, especially against Theo. And then, who else did I play? Nate. Like, this card would have done so much work. So much more work if I just had to
What's he running?
Because I wound up putting 2. He was running... What was he running?
Oh, Saberbolt.
Saberbolt. Yeah.
Anything with Evo Bay, basically.
Yeah, it would have just... I wound up having 2 in mana late in the game, and then I topped into Tornado Flame when he had 3 creatures on board, and I was like, this is wonderful. So, I would have liked to have had a 3rd one, and then I've changed the Chain Lash up to another Twin Cannon. I think would be the immediate changes I would have made to this.
And then perhaps switch out Hydrospire for something more...
maybe the,
more value. Hovercraft.
Hovercraft, so
it's 40 cards, right?
40 cards.
Cool.
Yep. It was super consistent all day. The Neuron just put in major amounts of work, and then the Dragons just clean up. So it's really nice. I enjoyed it. It did a lot better than I thought it was going to do originally, but I guess when
hey, good Carl Machoto.
So yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Also, the contest for the Twick is.
I'm dead weak.
I'm calling it Twick. This week in Kaijudo. The contest for the logo design is still going on, so definitely let me know if you guys are interested in completing that. The winner gets a battle box, and I guess I'm going to try to run that through the following week, and then whoever sends me submissions, I guess I'll look at them and get back to you guys. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Check out the social links, and I guess we will see you next time.
Peach.